Yeah. All the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. All the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. Pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. Great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord. The Lord spoke to me in a dream last night. And I know that this isn't a word that's just for me. But the Lord spoke to me in a dream last night concerning my previous choices and actions towards my career. And what he showed me was that I was seeking opportunity, seeking partnerships, though there's nothing wrong with seeking partnerships and relationships, but I was seeking them with the mindset that opportunity was going to come from me partnering with those people and us then receiving an opportunity from somewhere else. But what the Lord showed me in this dream, as I was speaking in this dream to a former business partner, that they said in the dream, listen to this, they said that the people who are ready to come to you, who need you, they will sense it like a fragrance that they must come to you to fulfill the idea or the plan that they have. That they will sense it, that there will be a fragrance. That there will be a fragrance, and they will know, they will be attracted to you to get these things done. Now, one thing that I'm going to say, and it wasn't a part of my plan, none of this was planned right now, is that because your fragrance is increasing, yes, people are going to come to you that are ordained, that are predestined to connect with you. But there are also those that will be attracted to you that you are not meant to yoke yourselves with in certain ways. God's grace, God's favor comes with influence. It comes with influence in some type of way, but that does not mean that who comes to you is all from God. Now, moving on, because that's not what this word is about. After in the dream, my former business partner said this to me. I had a view of the house from the outside, and I could see that a woman was walking up to the door in a business suit in all white. She had lighter blonde hair tied back, and she was coming to the door because she had business. She had an opportunity to present. As the woman gets closer to the door, the view goes from above to me seeing her walk to the very house where my business partner and I were in. And I looked at her face in front of her now. And it was me. It was me. What God spoke to me was that I am the opportunity. You are the opportunity. You are the opportunity. And just like what happened to me, the former partnerships and relationships that I had were too busy once we got connected, focusing on looking at opportunities elsewhere when the opportunity was already there. Oftentimes we think the opportunity is going to come from somewhere else. And there is power in divine connections and favor that begins to happen. But the thing is, when everybody is attracted to you and things begin to pop up, opportunities back to back to back, but they're not falling through. They're not happening the way that they should happen. They're not being completed. It means that that person is not supposed to go with you. God will not allow people who are not supposed to go with you to go with you. You will get back what the enemy tried to steal. 10-fold, 100-fold. In fact, the enemy must give you back everything that they stole. Once you know who you are, who your God is, what your purpose is, by law, by reason of the blood of Jesus, everything must begin to come into alignment. Everything must by the word of the Lord, because it is not by your works that this is happening. It is by the glory, the favor of the Lord. I don't know about you, but if it wasn't for Jesus Christ, if it wasn't for the grace and the mercy of God, I would be dead right now. I would be dead right now. And I'm being reminded of the times where there was this 1 year where I got hit by cars 6 times. It was like month after month after month after month after month. I never was harmed. Barely dents on my vehicle, which I no longer have, by the way, and it wasn't because of an accident. But the Lord had to separate me from everything and anything that the enemy was going to try and attach itself to try to stop me. So the Lord stripped me of everything that was not in my name. Everything that my parents had given me so that I could start fresh and new and build and grow with God. Most of the persecution I faced was from those closest to me, my loved ones, my family. I had to rely on God, only God, to make it through. If it was not for Jesus, I would be dead right now. But I'm sharing this because the Lord gave me that dream to tell me that I am the blessing. You are the blessing. You are the opportunity. And that everything that has happened has not happened because of you. You may have been beating yourself up, wondering if you've just continued to make mistakes. No. I thank God for sending his servants and his prophets to chase after me, to chase after you, but you have to take heed and listen. 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 I love when the Lord confirms that I'm in his spirit. When I release a word. And sometimes those who he has called us to speak, sometimes even we can think, Lord, I really want to make sure that this is coming from you, that it's not coming from me. But he will chase us down to confirm to us that you are in spirit with me. You are speaking. But I say that to say that God is changing the way that you have seen your past, the way that you have seen your career, the way that you have seen your decisions, the way that you have seen your life, the way that you see who you are to who he sees you to be. So you're no longer complaining, thinking that you missed out on opportunities, thinking that you made a mistake, that you keep choosing the wrong things. No, God is leading you to do these things. And he confirmed this word by a speaker, a ministry leader. Her name is Shantiadejah. She has a channel here on YouTube as well, but she just released a word called Divine Detour. And that was a confirmation to me. And this dream that I had, showing me a former business partner complaining, but saying that he's frustrated, but also saying that there's a fragrance and people become attracted to you. And then in this dream, when I see this woman coming to the house with the opportunity, I see that this woman is me. Me saying that I have the opportunity. I am the opportunity. I was the opportunity. Do not let the enemy confuse you, child of God, and make you think that the opportunity is outside of you. God is your portion. God is your opportunity. And when he is in you, you are going to be the one to walk up to people, to walk into rooms and be the solution that God sent you to be. It's okay if you don't know how. It's okay if you don't know how to see yourself. Be honest, be vulnerable with God. Let him know how you feel. God, I don't know how to do this. Let him process you. Let him take you on that divine detour, because he is the one who's going to fulfill his word he spoke over you. You just keep going. Listen to that word. Listen to that word by Shantiadejah. Divine Detour, that she just released today. Listen to that word. And let this dream that the Lord gave me last night, along with the many other confirmations God has been sending you, confirm to you that you are in alignment, that you are in spirit, and that God will fulfill his word. He is not a liar. It's not for you to fulfill his word. He will fulfill his word, but you need to listen to his word and trust and know. If he's telling you, just keep going. If he's telling you to let these people go, because he has a different way, a better way. Maybe he doesn't want you to completely let go of that business plan, that business idea, but maybe it's just the people who you were working with, who you were partnering with, that aren't supposed to go with you. Because there's more that God is unlocking within you. Let this be a confirmation. I'm sure it already is a confirmation to you. I'm sure it already is a confirmation to you. Now, later on in the dream that the Lord gave me last night, he proceeded to show me a scenario where I was put in position, where I was rejected and everyone else was invited. But because of the presence of God within me, everyone that was getting ready to go, and me being the only one left behind, had to stay. Not because I told them to stay in the dream, because the glory and the presence of God I felt upon myself in the dream. Everyone that was getting ready to go stayed. And then the Lord proceeded to show me. I was opening my Bible. Someone very close to me that I love dearly that has not given their life to the Lord also opened a Bible, their own, and was studying right next to me. And many others that were close to me that I've been praying for were there to listen and learn. So I know the word of the Lord is true. And if it has happened in the spirit, it must happen in the physical. So I'm going to keep going because of what my Lord says, not what I can understand, not what the physical shows right now, because I know what happened in the spirit. I know what's going on. I know who my God is. I know that the battle is the Lord. So I will keep pressing forward. I will keep going. Let that be your attitude. Let that be your energy. Get back up today. Get back up today. Take what is yours. Pray in the spirit. Take what is yours in the spirit by the power of the Lord that is within you. Declare it, decree it, uproot, tear down, because he gave you the ability to do that. Continue to seek him and ask him, Lord, what do you want me to do? And take heed and listen. Listen. What's going on in your mind? Release it to the Lord. If it feels like there's an attack on your mind, that means that somebody's sending arrows. So what do you need to do? Loose the fire of heaven. Loose the fire of heaven upon every enemy camp. You have the power to do so. The word says that he gave us the power to turn enemies, to turn their plans, to turn mountains into dust, to be blown away like chaff. He gave us the power to do that. Stand in your power, walk in your power, and things will begin to unfold because the Lord is not a liar. Oh, I'm still standing firm for the promises that God has promised me. I'm still standing firm too. And never did I ever think that throughout this process of me going through the wilderness, now crossing over into the wilderness, out of the wilderness through the Jordan, never did I think that he would call me to speak throughout this process while I was experiencing dryness myself, to proclaim, to be the voice in the wilderness. Never did I think. We must shift our sight on him and his word and his hand. We are not to rely on our own understanding, but we can trust in the Lord because he never leaves us. He never forsakes us. So I can trust and know we are not perfect. And yes, sometimes we are going to forget a little bit. But oh, let his power, his voice be so much louder that maybe we forget for just a little second. But shame shall not keep you. Fear shall not keep you. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your keeper. One more confirmation. I got on YouTube just to play some music, to praise. After this dream that I received and the confirmations that the Lord has given me today. And some of you know that when you go on YouTube, sometimes the algorithm starts to generate based off of the videos that you pick. I have not picked on anything concerning these videos. Multiple videos began to pop up about the shofar, the sound of the trumpet, victory that confuses the enemy's camp. Praise, because there's victory, and the Lord has fulfilled his word that he promises people. The sound of the trumpet kept popping up on my YouTube and I played it. I began to look outside of my window as I'm playing the trumpet. I began to praise the Lord. I looked at the trees And I heard my voice say, I will not let nature take my praise. I will not let a rock cry out louder than me. I will not complain. I will not let anything else take my place. I will praise my God with my own mouth, with all living things who proclaim the goodness of the Lord. But I will not let my mouth get shut. What the Lord has promised, what he has spoken, always comes to pass through his servants, through his prophets, through his word. Believe it, trust it, take heed. God bless you.